How to add a new purchase onto your POS software. So to be able to add a purchase, you first off go to the purchase feature on your software, and then you go to list purchases. So when you go to list purchases, you see the list of all the purchases that you've already added onto the system. So you see the dates that you added it, the reference number, the location. So if you have multiple branches, you need to add the location that you did the purchase for, and also the supplier's name, and then the purchase details if it has been received or has been ordered or is still pending. You need to add that as well, and then the payment status if it has been paid or partially paid, and also the amount that you paid for the purchase, and also the payment due. So if maybe you have a balance to give your supplier, you add that as well, and also the user that added the purchase. So to be able to add a new purchase, you can tap on the add purchase on here, or you can tap on this add button as well. So when you tap on the add button, this interface will pop up for you to add the details of the new purchase that you want to add. We have asterisks on some of the information that you need to add. That is the most required or important ones. The rest are optional, so you can choose to add those ones or not. So to be able to add the new purchase, you need to first of add the supplier's name. So if the supplier is already on the system, you search for the supplier's name. If not, you can add a new supplier's details. So just like how you add supplier onto your software, you just follow those details. So if it's an individual or a business, you check that, and then you add the details. If it's an individual too, you check on it, and then you add the details. Then you press on the save button. So when you tap on the save button, automatically the supplier will be added onto the system for you. So we have our supplier on the system, so we just have to search for our supplier, then we continue. The reference number you can leave that side as well. And then the location that the purchase was done, you have to add it as well. So this supplier already has a pay term. You already have a pay term with this supplier, so it has already been generated on here. So 5 days or 5 months that you pay your customer. And also the payment status. So if this purchase has been received or is still pending or has been ordered, you add that as well. You can always edit it. And then the dates that you are making or you made that purchase, you add it as well. So when you come here, you need to add the product or search for the products that you are making the purchase for or you made a purchase for. So you can tap here to add. If it's a new product that is not in the system, you can quickly add that product onto the system. So just like how to add a product, the brand name, the product name, the quantity, and after that you just press on save to add the product quickly onto the system. If not, you can just search for the product if the product is already on your software. So when you tap on it, you can see that the details has already been added onto the system. So you need to add the quantity that you made for the purchase. So if it was 30, you just add 30, and then if the unit price is still the same, you add that. If not, you can make changes. If there was a discount or there's a discount on the product, you add a discount as well. And then the selling price too. You can change the selling price to the current selling price that you want to sell the product. And then the pieces or the unit, you add it as well. And then after that, you can see that the amount has already, or the full total amount has been generated for you. So 720 for you to pay. If you want to add another product too, you can search for the product, then you add. So you can add multiple products if only you did a purchase for that product, you can add it as well. So let's add another product. So you can see that the other product has been added. You can as well delete the purchase. If you want to remove it, you can remove it. Or if you want to make the purchase for this particular product, you can remove the other one that you added, or you can add it onto it. So that is it. If you want to add multiple products, you can do that as well. And then when you come down here, you see the discount type. So if there was a discount on the product, you add it. These are not required, so you can choose to add the discount status or not. So the discount type, if it's fixed or it's percentage, you add that as well, and then the amount. And then if there was a tax on the purchase that you make, you can add it as well. If you want to add an additional note, you add it as well. And then the shipping details too. You need to add the shipping details. They are optional because there is no history, so you can choose to add it or not. But the payment method is very important, so you need to add the payment method and then the balance and then the amount. So the amount was 720. You are just paying partially. So you just need to add partially, and then the payment account and method are required. So you need to add that. So if it was cash or it was bank or check, you add it as well. And then the account, if the money was paid through mobile money or your bank or it was just a petty cash, you just need to add all those ones as well. And then if you have a note to, you add it, and then you tap on save to add that. So you can see that there's a balance that you need to give your supplier because it was 700 cedis and then you paid for half, which is 300 cedis. So you can see that you are owing your supplier 400 cedis. You can come to this action button to make changes. So you can just tap on add payment to add the balance that you owe your supplier. So you can see that the info has already been generated for you. So 700 cedis and then you are owing 400 cedis and then you want to pay. So it has been generated for you. Just press on the save button to add. So when you add, you can see that the payment status has been changed to paid. Initially, it was partial because you paid for partial. You can as well change the purchase status if it has been received or a stop pending. So initially, it was ordered. So if you've received it, you just change it to received and then you add. So the action button, you can view the purchase details, the purchase history that you have. So you can see initially you paid 300 and then you paid 400 later. So you can see that all the details that you keyed onto the system has been generated here for you. So you can see all of that. You can print it as well to keep it for any future issues. So we have the delete button for you to delete the purchase or edit the purchase. Maybe you want to edit the details that you added. And then we have labels. So if you want to print labels for the products, you can do that as well. And also the purchase return. If you want to return a good, want to return the good, some of the goods that you just purchased, you can do that as well. So let's just return three. And then you press on save. So when you press on save, you can see that the goods that you ordered, you've returned three to the supplier. So you can see the reference number, the parent purchase, and then the location that you made this purchase, and then the supplier's details, then the payment status. So you can as well change the payment status to paid if you want to add the payment or you want to pay the balance. So the action button, you can either edit the status or delete the status, and also view payment history that you have on this purchase. So this also shows you where all the purchase returns that you've done. So this is where you see all of that. So you can just tap on the list purchase to see all of those details. So this is how to add a purchase onto your POS software.